Hi folks, hope everyone is doing good and welcome back to another video. This is the first video of our second year of qebro, and if you look at our old videos, all were related to either skills, tools, technologies. So I thought like to do a change and start this year with something related to the process. So now you will think like why we need the process related things as well to become a full stack quality engineer. Not only for a full stack quality engineer, but for any member of a project team should have a clear idea and a good knowledge about the process and how it will work. Because we all are contributing to a project where different other members are also part of. We are not doing something alone. We are collaborating with others, maybe not only with one team, sometimes multiple teams, cross-functional teams, maybe located in different countries as well. So considering all of these, you should have a clear idea and a good knowledge about the process as well. So that's why I mentioned that for a full stack quality engineer or even a quality engineer, you should have a clear idea about the process. So because of that, I thought of starting our new playlist related to the software development methodologies. So the first video today, it will be a kind of an introduction to the software development methodologies like the waterfall. Then we have agile, like there are different ones. Even if you don't know about these things, don't worry. I'm starting this from the very basic things, so then you can lay a good foundation, and on top of that we can go to the next sections like the agile things. So today this will be a short video to give the introduction, then we can discuss about different methodologies starting with the waterfall. That also I don't plan to take much longer. But then the agile part, since today most of the companies are following these agile related process methodologies, so we can spend some time related to the agile parts. So let's start with the first video today. This you might feel like little boring because it's total theoretical things which you might have already learned at your universities as well, maybe the very first semesters. But if you don't have that knowledge or if you can't remember now, so this will be a good opportunity for you to lay the foundation and to revise your knowledge and then go to the next part. Okay. So this slide you might have already seen in our some old videos as well. The software development life cycle. So now you know these are like the steps which we will do throughout our process when we develop a software or a product. So it doesn't matter which methodology, like whether you use waterfall or whether you will use the agile, it doesn't matter. For all these methodologies, we will use the same steps. The same life cycle will be there. The difference between waterfall and agile and the other method like the scrum, kanban, like all these things, how you align these tasks, like how these tasks will occur, like one after another, or like can we do multiple tasks together likewise. So however, these same tasks will be there, so the task won't be different. The order, or how, not the order, like how each will be performed will be the thing which we will discuss under those methodologies. So software development life cycle, so the very basic things are the tasks which we need to perform in order to build our product. So let's start with the requirement analysis. We need to know like what are the client requirements. If it is a project-based company, the BAs will talk with the client and then try to get all the requirements. And or if it is a product-based company, then the product owners are there also. Then the client surveys from all these things, they will get the feedback, and then also they will decide based on the business needs what are the requirements. And then again, like if it is waterfall, then they will create the SRS documents. If it is agile related one, then they will create the stories. All these things will be happen under the requirement analysis. After that, then the designing part. Then the architects will do the designing based on the requirements and based on our current the product. After the designing part, all these the use case diagrams, then the database designing, everything will happen here, and then the development part. So the developers will do the actual development, and then the unit testing, and all the after all these things, yeah, then the testing part where the quality engineers do the manual testing, then the automation testing, and then the other non-functional testing types. All these things will occur, and after that, if there could be multiple cycles here between bug fix cycles between development and testing, and then the deployment and maintenance stage where we will put this to first maybe to UAT, and then we do the UAT testing, get feedback, and then if all good, then it will go to the production stage, and then the maintenance and the monitoring part where we will keep on monitoring for the production issues and the production issue fixes, those instabilities and everything. Then this cycle will continue because there will be new features coming in and also change requests to existing features, and then the bug fix cycles, all these things will happen. So this SDLC will continue till our project or the product lasts. So that is the basic of the software development life cycle. So here I went through like step by step on the full cycle, and as I mentioned, this cycle will continue. There will be multiple cycles throughout the product life cycle. Oh, so then when we do these tasks, so when we follow these steps, how we can measure it, or like how we know whether it's completed, or how we can measure the efficiency, and how we can remove these inefficiencies, all these things will come into mind. Okay, let's say sometimes when we start the project, we have a budget allocation and we have deadlines set, and also we are expecting a certain product quality. But let's say at the end of the particular period, the product didn't meet the expected quality, or the budget exceeded, or we couldn't complete it within the timeline. So likewise, there can be different issues. Okay, these are real issues, right? Real world problems in every project or every product can have these problems at least once, maybe. So all these things happen because due to the inadequate or the lack of process, maybe, or the lack of project management. So for doing that properly, oh, yeah. So other than that, we can see now with the advancement of technology and the ever-growing competition between the competitors and also customer needs, all with all these things, every time these products and the projects need to be updated with new requests or new requirements, yeah. So with, and also maybe even if it is in production, there could be some issues, let's say with unmet expectations, or something we have delivered is not what they have expected, and also the bugs. Due to all these situations, as I mentioned, we need to continue this the life cycle. We need to do more requirement gathering, more development, more testing, more deployments. Likewise, it will continue. And also there can be miscommunications because there are a lot of stakeholders are gathering here, and some are technical people, some are non-technical people. If a developer explains something to a client who is non-technical, then if developer use some technical words, yeah, then there will be issues with understanding, and then maybe the customer understood something else, or the vice versa, the customers telling something which might not be technically feasible as well. Likewise, there can be issues with the communication as well, since we are dealing with different stakeholders. So these miscommunications also can occur. Then the poor project management, due to that, yeah, we can expect the budget issues, the timeline issues, and the productivity issues, and the quality issues. All these things can happen. So these all things can happen if we didn't follow a proper methodology, or if we didn't have a proper process. So yeah, different people will come in and they will do something else, and then the next part, when it comes from the BA to the developers, let's say, so some parts are missing because they didn't follow the process. So the proper documentation is not there, maybe. Then the developers create something, and then push it to the testers, and then maybe the quality engineers didn't follow the process, and then they didn't create this mind maps or the test plans, and then some parts were missing in the testing, and then they pushed it to production, and now in the production there will be issues. And also this there could be multiple bug fix cycles, and the process was not followed there correctly. Some bugs are missed, or it took long time. Then again, it exceed the budget, or the deadlines exceeded. Likewise, there can be different issues. It was because there was no proper project management, or there were no process followed. So that's why we need a methodology. Okay, just simply think like if you are cooking, right? So you just put everything without following you just try to do something like without following a proper recipe. So it says like first you need to mix these things and then keep for some time, and then you need to boil it, something like that. But if you didn't follow the particular recipe, you will try to put everything without keeping for that particular time, then you will start to boil, or likewise it will be a mess. So yeah, at the end of the day, you will create something, or you will make something, but it is not what you actually expected. It's not up to that particular standard, to up to that particular taste. So the similar thing is happening here. As a project team, also we are also trying to cook something. So at the end of the day, we are expecting to meet our customer expectations and to give a proper quality product to them. If we didn't follow the process, then if we try to do something and then expectations will not met. So that's why we need a proper methodology. We need to follow a methodology to overcome all these issues. Okay, then here I put a small definition from the Wikipedia related to what software development methodology is. So according to this definition, the software development methodology is a framework that is used to structure, plan, and control the process of developing information systems. So yeah, this part you can say simply a software or a product. So to develop a product or a software, as I mentioned, we need to follow a proper process. A process will be used to structure, to plan, to control our work. So all these things together, we can call it as a framework. So software development methodology is a framework which can be used to structure, plan, and control our process. The process which will we use, or the team will follow to build our product. So this is a good, simple and clear definition which I found. So that's I use this particular definition. Okay. So now from this definition also you can clearly understand the software development methodology is a framework which you can follow to structure, plan, and to control your development or your software development process. Okay. Then when we come to the different types of methodologies, mainly we can put these under two categories: the waterfall model and the iterative model. In the waterfall model, both in both these models, the same steps which are mentioned in the SDLC will be used: requirement gathering, designing, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Those. The difference, as I mentioned, is like how these things will be performed. In the waterfall model, as you know, we need to do one after the another. First, we need to start with the requirement analysis stage. We need to complete it fully, 100% complete. There should be artifacts. Those will be the inputs for the next step, the designing part. Then that also need to be fully completed, and then it will give the output, the artifacts as the input for the next step, the design, the development. Likewise, it will go one after the another. So that's why the name waterfall came in. Then when it goes to the iterative, it's not like the same one after the another. We will start combining, or we can start multiple steps together. At the requirement analysis stage, with the requirement analysis, then the designing will go on. Likewise, we can combine these steps, because it will take more time if you follow the waterfall one after the another. You should have to wait till the requirement analysis stage is fully completed. Till that, all the other developers and the testers will be idle. After the requirement analysis is done, then it will start the development. Likewise, it will go. So in this case, it will take long time, and we need big budget as well. But with the iterative, we are planning to go with shorter increments. We try to like give something for our customers as soon as possible. something working, not the full product. But in the waterfall model, at the end of the day or at the end of the full model, we are giving 100% ready product to the customers. But in middle, there is nothing for the customers. But with the iterative model, we are giving part by part. We at the end of the first iterative, we will give 5%, then 10%. Likewise, it will go. By the end of the time, customer, but from the very beginning also, customer had something. So incrementally, we add some extra features to the product so they can start using that from the very beginning. So that's the main difference between the waterfall and iterative models. Agile, we have Scrum, then the Kanban, extreme programming, prototyping. Likewise, there are so many different models. All these things will follow the basics of the iterative model as I mentioned, but there are slight differences between each. Like the Agile, Scrum, and the Kanban, there are differences. But the foundation or the basics are the same. The process wise, there could be differences slightly. Same for the extreme programming and the prototyping, like there are so many other iterative models. However, the main two methodologies are the waterfall and the iterative. So yeah, I hope now you get a clear software development methodologies, all these things. I hope I lay a good foundation today. So next week we can focus on the waterfall model, so we can see all tiny details about the waterfall model in the next video. And after that, couple of weeks we can focus on the agile part, because agile is the mostly used software development methodology nowadays. In most of your interviews also, you will get some questions related to the agile, and there are different terms in agile methodology related to different uh, items. So all these things we can discuss clearly from that particular week. And yeah, so that's our plan for this particular playlist. I hope everything was clear, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate, you can ask me at any time. So either you can drop a comment here, or you can shoot your questions at qebro.pro@gmail.com. Also, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and also share this with your friends as well. So yeah, I think we can finish it from here for today. And thanks for watching my videos, and happy testing till next week. See you.